Continuing around here, aha, we're right here. We've got like a concrete wall built up here. You can see some rails stacked out the front. And oh, my torch is on. Turn that off. All right. See if I can get up around here and have a look. Okay. Well, at the moment it just looks like a big hole. It's part of the Crown series of mines. Well, Crown and Talisman, I really never know. They seem to be almost interchangeable. Now, as I suspected, it's all full of silt in here because the river, I would say, comes up quite high enough to get in here in winter. So, well, at least silt is better than mud. It's a question of how far in we're going to get. Right, so it's looking like quite hard rock. I see light coming around the corner here, so that's got to be where I saw the other entrance, although I thought it was completely blocked off. But obviously not. So this would have had a pipe. Oh, maybe they diverted the river through here even. That's entirely possible. For what reason, I'm not sure, because this is not an alluvial gold area. So at the other end of it, we come up to these concrete constructions here. Quite heavy duty stuff. We've got a pipe there that doesn't go anywhere, it's full of mud. And then it goes down behind here and we've got a big rusted metal tank of some sort, I think, behind here. Well, who knows what that could be. But at least I've figured out what that mine was, and it's not a mine at all. It's just a water race. So we'll go back through to the other side here. I've left all my gear around here, otherwise I could have quite easily walked through from this side and not got my feet wet at all. We live and learn, right? So, back through this tunnel here. Quite granular, silty layer on the floor. It's just all from winter floods. And we come back around here to the entrance and onto the beautiful Waitawheta River. Look at that, just beautiful. And there's people walking across the other side there. All right, let's see what else we can find around here. Hey guys, so we're back in the Karangahaki Gorge for this New Year's weekend, and I've found a new adit behind me for one of the Crown mine entrances, and someone's kindly left the gate open for us too. I imagine someone's just smashed the lock off and I can't find it anywhere, but anyway, the gate is open, so we'll go in and have a look here, eh? So as you can see here, there's a gate which has conveniently been left open. So we may as well go right in. Well, there's another gate down here. I don't know whether we're going to be able to get through that one. Let's go and find out. But okay, what have we got in here? We've got a mine which looks about 2.5 metres high, 2.5, 3 metres wide. There seems to be a dugout area on this right-hand side of the wall. It looks like perhaps a pipe has been fitted in here in the past. This is similar to another mine in the same area that had an area where I can get through down here. yeah, it's a different area. I haven't seen all this before. I don't know what it is. Sort of metal work. That's about as far as I can tell from that. And so we'll see if we can go through this hole here and get my camera and microphone and everything through. Oh, it's hard to lift my foot up that high to go in. Right, so what have we got in here? Big metal plate on the floor. Wow, that's a pretty cool ore cart. That is a very nice ore cart. Great condition for over 100 years old. And inside we've got batteries and rubbish by the look of it. And another lovely ore cart right here. Well, that's pretty cool. Very cool. What's in this one? Bits of wood. Okay. So we've got quite a high ceiling and a big pipe through the floor here. I wonder where that goes to. Big area. Danger, keep out. Okay, well, here we are. Oh, look at that on the roof. It's it's got roof beams like almost like in a house. We'll carry on down here and have a look. Lots of rotting wood and metal down here. I think that's one of the roof beams there that's come down and broken itself on the concrete. Yeah, really rotten wood. Smells really horrible. Get down in here into all this lovely collapse. Where are we going here? Whoop, nearly falling over. Well, big beams everywhere. What's under here? Oh, it's rotten wood and dirt. It's also slimy and slippery. If I can get over old beam here. Oh, that's horrible. Horrible, horrible, horrible. All wet and yuck. My boots are sinking down into the rot. Wow. There's just stuff falling all over the place. Look at this, what a mess. What a mess. See if I can get up on this concrete plinth here and see what's down here. Okay. Oh, sinking into the mud a bit. I don't know if that's the end of the area up here or not. That's interesting. Okay, can I get down this rotten old area here? Sorry, I'm not full of flash commentary here. It's more a case of finding where I can put my feet. As you can see, everything is collapsed down here. And getting over all these rotting rafters is not a lot of fun. I'm pretty sure that just ends up there. Saying I'm pretty sure and being sure are two different things though, aren't they? So I'll walk right around and see what I can see around here. Yeah, nasty slippery rocks and rot and that. Ooh, puffing down here. Ah, we've got another entrance. I wondered if that would be the case. Right, let's see if I can get around here. Right. And as you can see there, we've got another tunnel headed off down here. So I think I'll climb over this collapse and head into that. The tunnel actually looks a bit nicer. If I get down there all right. And what is that, an old carbide tin maybe? Maybe just a paint tin, not sure. And we're into a railed area. Okay. Not really what I was expecting, but I don't know what I was expecting to begin with. And we've got the tunnel going off down there. Let's go this way. Sorry about that. Losing my breath a bit. I'm not sure that the air down here is exactly great either. So it looks like we're coming to an area of collapse right here. Seems to be par for the course in here to find lots of collapse. Can we see anything in the rock, at least that they were chasing? No. And we're getting nice and low up into here. I don't think anything goes much further. Maybe some stoped areas. Doesn't look like any more area that I can really walk down into. Oh, look at that. That's nice. We've got a nice vein of mineralized area here. You can see it going right up into the roof, all that black and white. Yeah, that was worth coming in just to see that. And people have been chipping out, seeing what they can get. Be nice if I saw one of these stringers just absolutely full of gold, wouldn't it? But I don't think anyone's seen anything like that since at least the 1800s. How far did they go down here? It gets pretty tight. Some more rotting wood on the ground. Opens out a bit here. And yeah, further up there, not really. I can't see any of that same mineralisation like we saw just back there. There are crystals on the wall, white crystals, which is, I don't know, silica maybe. But we'll walk back this way, seeing as we have pretty much come to an end of where we can go here, I think. In this area here, glad I've got my helmet on, just hit my head. It's only a little over 1 metre tall that I'm trying to get through. And they've stoked up. Maybe in the old days that would have it would have had more area underneath it, and it's collapsed over the years down to a foot or two space to climb into. I can't imagine that they actually mined lying down. It's possible to get into really small pockets, but there's a lot of collapsed stuff on the ground here that I'd say they would have just removed, or wouldn't have been here when they we're digging. So we'll head back where I can maybe stand up fully again. That would be great. My foot's caught in my microphone cord here. Oh yeah, we're untrapped again. It's a lovely bit of rock there. It's got all brecciation through it. If you had a crusher, this kind of thing, and a crane, some way of getting that out, it'd be worth crushing up and seeing what's in it. Oh yes, we've got that vein of mineralisation running through the ceiling again. Yeah, it goes right. Maybe it's like floating lenses. A lot of this area had floating lenses. And there's another one. All those kind of whiter areas are quartz. So we're just about back at the crossroads here, and this is where I came through before. I left my bag down here, so to be honest, I've got to go back this way again. Lots of rings in the ceiling for carrying pipes or power for electricity, power for lighting. And a lot of collapsed area just at the end here that I have to get through. And yeah, this is not my favourite part at all. Maybe can I get up on top of there and it'd be easier to get across? I don't think so. I don't think so. We'll continue through the rubble here and make slow progress back towards the rest of my gear. Would have taken a lot of work to dig all this out. It's a huge area. Probably hundreds of people, maybe over 1,000 people were working in the Kurangahaki Gorge at the height of its working days, back at the beginning of the 19th century, 1900s. They all had gold fever, no doubt. I mean, everyone did around the world. The gold rushes were going off, not just in New Zealand, but Australia, of course, which had and still has a far more resources than New Zealand has, and America, United States, and Canada. So really, all these countries were trying the best they could to get more money for their economies, and all these relatively newer colonial countries. Obviously, at the time, a lot of these countries, including America and Australia and New Zealand, were trying to get a certain amount of independence. I think New Zealand became a dominion around that time. Either that or they went from a dominion to a country. And Australia did something similar. Obviously America had a war about it, but that was 100 years earlier, 100 or so years earlier. But really, all the same people. All of us travelling around the world, trying to make a better life than we had in Europe. So, in various ways, that has worked out for good and bad for everyone, but it's kind of the way it is. Now, I'm hoping my bag is around here somewhere. Unless I left it right at the beginning. Anything's possible with me. Didn't leave it in the ore cart, did I? No. So, get back around here. What's that in there? Little caged off area. Oh yes, I see. I think I've been there from a different direction before. Now what have we got down here? Oh my, that is a deep pit. A deep pit. Can we see it a bit better from somewhere else maybe? What's down there? Great big metal piling. That's huge, massive. You're going way, way down there, probably, I don't know, 10 meters-ish. Can we get around here and have a look as well? Got some great big wheels, and look at the size of that wheel. That is huge. Big old steel wheel. What have we got here? Can we see anything further? Not really. Perhaps another little tunnel here. Ah, amazing, great, absolutely fantastic. We've got another tunnel down here with rail on the floor. Odd bits of metal work, some metal wire, very thick metal wire, possibly for holding up a suspension bridge that no longer exists. Yeah, we've got a stope up there with some timber work. Now when I say a stope, I'm not sure it's a stope. I can't see any ore that would have gone up there to get. So perhaps the ore is further on in here. And so I know that in this part of the world what we're dealing with is andesite, and that's giving us these brown rusted colours, the iron coming out. This is really cool. I had no idea that we'd get onto something quite this large. We've got various bits of ventilation pipe on the ground, all short sections. Some quite rusty, but really the condition is not too bad. So it tells me that maybe people have been down here more recently than the beginning of the 1900s. Some of that stuff just didn't look old enough. Trying to tell if I can feel a breeze coming through here. It's possible, and that would mean a shaft. So we've got some stuff on the wall here. It's done in carbide, but it says wrap. Oh, rad, wrap. I don't think they were into rap in the 1930s, unless they were doing things well before their time. Okay, so maybe we're coming up to the end here. There's an interesting hole in the wall and what looks like graffiti. Now, isn't that interesting? Where does that pipe go through to? That's crazy. It's just a pipe into the rock. My torch is not really illuminating anything. Okay, someone was down here. D. Mays and J. Bailey. 7th the 8th, 99. Anyone else that's legible? Someone here was in 2007. Okay, so I'm not the first person down here by any stretch of the imagination. 1973. I think that's a memorial to someone who's passed. But yeah, okay, that was quite interesting. What's that white stripe of rock there? Isn't that quite distinctive? What on earth is that? It's not quartz. Let's have a closer look, eh? Maybe it is quartz. Oh, it could be that limonite stuff that I've heard about. Who can say? But it's quite a distinctive stripe down the wall, isn't it? Nothing really else quite like it. So keep on heading down here. At least we've got a nice dry mine after getting my feet wet earlier in the day and putting some dry shoes on. I'm glad that I didn't have to redo everything again and put my wet shoes back on. It's just a lovely walk down here. It's so hot outside and muggy, but down here in this mine, I'd say it's maybe like 18, 19 centigrade. The humidity is, surprisingly, it's a lot less than outside. Normally down in mines, I'll find that the humidity can be quite high, but this one seems to be good. Very pleasant walk through the mine. I don't know if we'll get back to the main sort of ballroom area back here and have a look. I didn't know this particular tunnel was here, so you never know, there might be more. But if not, I'm quite happy to have discovered this area and gone and checked it out. Today was all about speculation, but Kurrangahaki is just full of mines, and that I would find more if I just put some time into looking, and that's worked. I would like to get back to the Broken Hills area where I was last weekend. I spoke to a guy in the car park as I came out from there, and he seemed to think that there were more mines further along. We've got a bit of a vein going down the wall here. That's why they've dug up into there. I thought it was going to be a stope, but I can see there's a line right across the roof there. A white line, if you can see that. That's what they've been chasing. So someone probably had a platform up there and was sitting up there, chipping away at it, whenever that was. I'm sure that was relatively comfortable once you get over the fact of where you are. Interesting old, I always thought I'd like to take home if I found a rail, like a rail spike. Now that's almost a rail spike to me. In fact, that's close enough that I say that's a rail spike. And I don't usually take artifacts, but I've been looking for one of those for ages. Maybe once I get the rust off it, it'll look a bit nicer. Back into this huge area here. And of course my torch can't do it any justice. But yeah, it's really, really cool. Now what didn't I see before? I think I wanted to look down here. We've got these big metal girders going down into it's like a pit down here. And the dugout area over here that they would have no doubt mounted some big piece of machinery on top of. Lots of old pipe work. Another one of those big steel wheels. Pretty impressive to look at. I don't know, maybe you could restore it all up and have this as like a tourist attraction. But, the hard part about doing a tourist attraction with this kind of place is the insurance for the public, because, you know, these rocks can fall down any time. Oh, there's another entrance up there. That's interesting. Keep that in my memory bank for further times. So I think I left my bag right out at the entrance here, which was a bit dumb. But that's where we're heading again. I'll see if I can get myself back through this hole here. I don't know how I did it in the first place. Did I go legs first, maybe? Give that a go. Legs and torch first, so as the camera's at least looking at something while I try and do this. One leg through. Oh, I'm stuck. All right. Oh, put it on. Should have done a little dance then while we're on strobe mode. Walking back towards the entrance. Well, that was a really good mine, and I'm glad that I came back to have a look at it. Even thinking to myself, there's no more up here, Steve. You're not going to find anything else. Yep, there's more up here. There's always more. I hope so anyway. Ah, and there's my bag. All right. Thanks very much for watching. I think that's probably it for the day, but Happy New Year, everybody. See you next year.